It's been 6 months since I was last at Task Retail Technology, and in that time there's been a great deal of development, investment and growth. Let's go inside and hear about it. Hi Daniel.
Hi Nicole, how are
Good
you?
to see you.
After you.
Thank you. Wow Daniel, this is really impressive. What have you set up here?
Well, Nicole, this is Task Retail Technology's Global Command Centre. We call it the GCC, and it's used to globally command our software that we have installed anywhere around the world, and all that information is coming back to our centre here in Australia for us to be able to manage, maintain and support all of our clients and installations around the world.
Fantastic. So how is this different to how you managed things previously?
Well, prior to the GCC, we had all this information, but we had too much information. We didn't know how to manage it. So we spent a lot of time and effort and money in developing what you're seeing here to be able to proactively tell us what's going on in our infrastructure. So here the GCC will tell us over our loudspeaker system and via the graphic images that you can see behind me what's going on in our installation base.
Warning. GCC has detected 2 food company locations are offline.
So if we have software in Alice Springs that hasn't connected to the network for however long, we'll be able to know from here and be able to be proactive about that support. So you'll probably notice here a lot of our support engineers, instead of getting phone calls, are making phone calls, and that's a major difference about our GCC.
So what does this mean for your customers? How has their experience changed?
Well, part of the GCC's role is not only to help us experience what our customers are experiencing across our installation base, but also to provide them with more information about what's going on in their business. So one example of that is our weather interface. We now have the ability to track the weather for every installation of software that we have around the world, understand what the current temperature is, whether it's raining, it's snowing or it's very hot, and tie that into their sales information. So to be able to give them information back saying, well, you know what, when it gets over 22 degrees, you should change your offer from coffee over to your cold drink selection, because that's what our information is telling us from our GCC. Another feature of the GCC is our exception reporting engine. And what this basically does, as an example, is we go and sit down with our customers and say, where are your sore points? Where are you having issues? And a customer's response might be, well, we're finding that a lot of people are leaving their cash drawers open when they're making transactions, and that's a bit of a security risk. But it's very hard for us to monitor it and have people sitting in the food court watching cash drawers, right? So they give us that example. We come and build that as a rule into our system. So we might say, GCC, I want you to notify our customer when someone's leaving their cash drawer open for longer than 90 seconds without anything happening. So as soon as our GCC understands that and finds that, we'll fire that reporting back to our customer. So, you know, it's a brand new technology, and we're starting to really open up people's eyes to the capabilities of this GCC.
So what type of feedback are you receiving from customers? I imagine they're pretty impressed.
Yeah, well, because of how new this GCC is and our expansion plans to get one of these into each region of the world, all this information that we're gathering is really new. So we're now experimenting with them the best ways to deliver this and how to really dissect this information and make it beneficial for their business.
And how does this differentiate you from your competitors?
Well, the GCC has definitely given us a massive competitive advantage across all of our competitors. There aren't any CEOs that I know of that can come into their business every day and see exactly what's going on across all their customers in real time. It's a huge advantage for our company. An
advantage for your customers as well, I would imagine.
When the top dog in any organisation knows exactly what's going on across their customers, it just means that we can drive the business every day.
Notwithstanding your investment in the technology, I imagine there's been an investment in people and resources as well.
Well, I think one of the key things for us was to actually show to our customers that we are reinvesting into our business and supporting their investment. So I think that's, in this day and age, support of solutions and providing people with total end-to-end solutions is such a vital part that we found it was the only thing to do, to invest in this type of technology.
How does this information help you to improve on-site support?
Yeah. The GCC has access to geographical information. So when we diagnose a site with a possible hardware failure in somewhere like Perth, we know immediately the street address, we know directions on how to get there by using our mapping technology, and we can provide that information to on-site engineers in a flash, in a click of a button. And that's been a huge part of simplifying our on-site response.
What does this mean to your international expansion plans?
Well, what the GCC has definitely done for us is broken down international barriers. It basically helps us grow into new markets as well as our customers grow into new markets. So an example, one of our customers puts a new store into a different part of China. And from the USA, they're sitting there and seeing real information coming back in real time, so they know exactly what's going on in that business as it's happening.
And it's all run out of this operation here?
Yeah, correct. It doesn't matter whether you've got sites in the USA, China or the Middle East, we'll be running your business from this command centre.
Wow, that's amazing. Well done, Daniel.
Thanks.